Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Rajesh Singh, Deputy Librarian from University of Delhi. Today I am going to talk on public library, its concepts, characteristics from the paper Public Library. Friends, public library is one of the most important democratic institutions evolved by the modern society. Like democracy, public library is an institution created for the people, by the people, and of the people. You may understand it as a social institution owned and maintained by the public of its area, which serves for the socialization of its books and kindred material for free service to the people of that area. It exists in many countries across the world and is often considered essential for an educated and literate population. You would have seen various libraries different in shape, size and functions. Public library is the most popular of all types of libraries, and it is because of its functions and services across the society. Public libraries are distinct from research libraries, school libraries, and other special libraries because their mandate is to serve the general public's information need rather than the needs of a particular school, institution, or research organization. Public library is considered not only to be a library which used by the public in leisure for passing time in recreational reading, including study of poetry, drama, fiction, newspaper, and other popular magazines, but also as an intellectual powerhouse which strives to fulfill and meet the educational, cultural, and information needs of the users it serves through various kinds of material. It caters to the varying needs of the people, regardless of race, color, creed, age, sex, status, educational attainments, or even language. A public library is a people's university with a primary purpose to provide information resources and services to all sections of the society. In modern times, the concept of public library has undergone substantial change, and that change is in the context of advancement of knowledge, technology, and awareness of library importance. In addition to print books and periodicals, in a public library, you will find that a wide array of other media, including audiobooks, e-books, CDs, cassettes, videotapes, and DVDs, as well as facility to access the internet is available. The Sarojini Nagar and two other branches of Delhi Public Library provide these resources. Friends, when we talk about the objectives of this paper, the objectives are to provide an understanding of public library, explain different concepts which are associated with the public library, describe the characteristics of public library, to examine various definitions and concepts of public library and give an understanding, to describe the mission of public library, to provide an understanding of public library characteristics, and to provide you an idea of the concept, modern concept of what a public library is. Public library definition. There is no single unanimously accepted definition of the term public library. Different institutions and individuals have defined it in different ways. depending upon the importance given to its objectives. Emphasizing the educational role, Carlyle described it as the people's university. It supports both formal and non-formal education system of our society and serves as a center for self-education and lifelong learning as an auxiliary educational institution. Describing the democratic setup of public libraries, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan defined it as a library owned and maintained by the public of its area for the socialization of its books and kindred materials for free service to the people of the area. Thus, public library is developed and maintained out of public fund. It is free to all and provides free access to all kind of required literature. Encyclopedia of Library and Information Science defines the term public library as a public institution supported by taxation, one that opens its collections, facilities and services without distinction to all students. It is an institution created by public of a specific area and financially supported by money collected directly or indirectly from the public. The collection facility and services are available to all members of society without any discrimination. Librarian's glossary defines public library as a library provided wholly or partly from public funds and the use of which is not restricted to any class of persons in the community but is freely available to all. Thus, public library is maintained by public funds and equally accessible to each member of the community. The Sinha Committee definition of public library is quite comprehensive and is widely accepted in our country, India. According to this definition, a public library is an organization which charges no fee from readers and it is open for full use by the public without distinction of caste, creed or sex, which is intended as an auxiliary educational institution providing a means of self-education which is endless. And the last, which housed learning materials giving reliable information freely and without partiality or prejudice on a wide and variety of subjects as will satisfy the interest of readers. Thus, public library is a free auxiliary educational institution for self-education. Its collections and services represents the interest of readers and is available for full use by the public at large. According to IFLA UNESCO Guidelines for Development 2001, a public library is an organization established, supported and funded by the community either through local, regional or national government or through some other form of community organization. It provides access to knowledge, information and work of imagination through a range of resources and services and is equally available to all members of the community regardless of race, nationality, age, gender, religion, language, disability, educational attainments, etc. The collection and services of a public library is equally available to all members of the society, including the disabled. It should have ample resources in accessible format like braille print, audiobooks, etc. in its collection. The UNESCO Public Library Manifesto, originally framed in 1949 and which was revised in the year 1972 and again revised in 1994, offers a more comprehensive and widely accepted definition of the public library. Well, friends, if we try to find out what the public library mean, based on the definitions A public library is a library which is, number one, developed and maintained out of public fund. Public library is a library which is accessible to all. Public library is a library which provides its services freely. Public library is a local gateway to knowledge, a local gateway to information, and a local information center. It is regarded as people's university and serves as an auxiliary educational institution which supports both formal and non-formal education system. Seeing its importance, it should be established under the clear mandate of law. Missions of the Public Library. The UNESCO Public Library Manifesto has clearly spelled out the key missions of public libraries. These key missions relates to information literacy, education, and culture should be at the core of public library services. The mission statements are: number one, creating and strengthening reading habits in children from an early age. Number two, supporting both individual and self-conducted education as well as formal education at all levels. Number three, providing opportunities for personal creative development. Number four, stimulating the imagination and creativity of children and young people. Number five, promoting awareness of cultural heritage, appreciation of the arts, scientific achievements and innovations. Number six, providing access to cultural expressions of all performing arts. Number seven, fostering intercultural dialogue and favoring cultural diversity. Number eight, supporting the oral tradition. Number nine, ensuring access for citizens to all sorts of community information. Number 10, providing adequate information services to local enterprises, associations and interest groups. Number 11, facilitating the development of information and computer literacy skills. And the last, number 12, supporting and participating in literacy activities and programs for all age groups and initiating such activities if necessary. These missions are guiding principles for the public libraries. The mission statements are a complete outline of public library services. The public library, assimilating above missions, will develop well-informed citizens in society. Decision makers at national and local levels and the library community at large around the world should implement the principles expressed in this manifesto. In nutshell, a public library is a library that is generally funded from public fund, governed by a board to serve the public interest, open to all and every community member can access the collection, functions as a local gateway to knowledge, provides collections and services relevant to all age group, and provide basic services without any charge. When we try to find out what are the characteristics of public libraries, we could enumerate 5 important characteristics of public libraries. Number 1, library for all. Number 2, free library. Number 3, it is maintained by public funds. And number 4, it serves as auxiliary educational institution. And the last one is it's a mandatory institution for society. Library for all. The public library is a democratic institution being run for the people, of the people, and by the people. It is the property of general public and is open to full public use. The resources and services are equally available to all members of the society, regardless of race, age, gender, religion, nationality, language, social status, disability, educational attainments, etc. The collection and services represents the needs of all age group and every individual of the society. Specific resources and services are provided for those users who cannot use the regular services and resources. For example, we see children's section in all the public libraries across the globe. Similarly, we find braille print and audiobook collection in many public libraries for people with visual disability. Mobile library services are also extended to the far-off public. The Delhi Public Library provides children's section in many of its branches. It also facilitates braille services, mobile library, and prison library. Free library. From consultation of books in the library to loan of books for home reading, from reference service to recreational services, from story hour to intellectual lectures, and from cultural programs to film shows. A public library does not charge any fee for any of its services. All services are rendered free to the citizen of the locality it serves. It provides a unique opportunity to have free access and use of its varying resources and services. However, in certain cases, there could be nominal charges, but it is too trivial to be meaningful. For example, a user is required to pay nominal charges of rupee 1 to become member of a public library. Or when an article is photocopied, the user may be charged nominally. Except such nominal charges, for few services, most of the facilities and services of public library are free and freely available to all. Public library is maintained by public funds. Public library is a library which provides all its resources, all its services to all its users across the society free of charge. Now you may ask a question. How then such library maintains itself? And the answer is very simple. From public funds. Public libraries are established, developed and maintained mostly from public funds. The local, regional or national governmental body, as the case may be, and under the prevalent laws, they levy indirect taxes, which is usually known as library cess, and depending upon the library legislation, the library cess is levied as a surcharge on house and or property tax, income tax, vehicle tax, etc. For example, the state government of Andhra Pradesh levies a library cess at the rate of 8 paisa per rupee on house tax and property tax, which is collected by the local bodies. Similarly, the government of Tamil Nadu levies library cess in the form of surcharge on the property tax or house tax at the rate of 5 paise per rupee. However, the fund collected by way of library cess may not be sufficient to establish, develop and maintain public libraries in many cases. The state government in all such cases contributes certain amount to the library fund. For example, the state government of Karnataka, it contributes 3% of the land revenue of a district to the district library fund. And besides, In some cases, such as Maharashtra, Manipur, West Bengal, there is no provision of library cess, and the entire expenditure is met by government itself. In addition, central government, other organizations and various philanthropists contribute to public library fund. Thus, every individual of the society does not contribute equally to public library funds, but they are entitled equally to enjoy the resources, services and facilities of public library. Auxiliary educational institution. Society has evolved a number of institutions for formal and non-formal education, and libraries play a very important role in supporting education. The libraries attached to institutions of formal learning like school, colleges and universities provide direct assistance in teaching, learning and research. They adequately support the teacher and taught for their educative information requirements. However, because of various reasons such as distance location of academic library or lack of proper resources or services, those who are attached to formal education do also use public libraries to their full benefit. But the responsibility of supporting non-formal education rests completely with the public libraries. Public libraries also provide resources and services for and support lifelong education to all its users. In fact, public libraries are the most important institution of lifelong learning. Thus, a public library supports both formal and non-formal education and serves society as an auxiliary educational institution. Mandatory institution. An analysis of evolution and development of early libraries would establish that libraries are crucial for social development and essential for a democratic country. These early libraries could not sustain for a longer period as these were not systematically developed, there was no regular financial support, and services were available to selected few. Thus, this requires that public libraries should be a mandatory institution supported by public fund and established under the law of the land by a competent authority like the state assembly or the parliament. In a welfare democratic country, the establishment, development and maintenance of public libraries should be legally ensured to enable and enrich the citizens to free access to information, education and culture. Economic prosperity and library advancements are complementary to each other. The public libraries should be made a mandatory institution, and a network of libraries from village to national level should be established to serve all the localities. Modern concept of public libraries. The concept of public libraries has undergone substantial change in the context of advancement of knowledge, technology, and passage of time. The advances in and application of information communication technologies and tools have not only changed the role of public libraries but also their shape and nomenclature. ICT has made available new tools to produce, store, distribute, and communicate information in an effective and efficient way. The public library collection has become hybrid. It consists partly a cohesive digital library and partly local physical library. The heritage collection is mostly digitized and available in multimedia format. The expansion of internet has fundamentally changed the framework conditions of public libraries. The ever increasing amount of information available in public domain on internet is of questionable value and accuracy. The reliability and authenticity of such information which is freely available is an issue which needs to be addressed properly. Public libraries are playing increasingly significant role in providing information literacy skills, and they tend to enable the users to select, assess, and use the public domain information that best meet their needs. Public domain information which is reliable and authentic. Public libraries have become welcoming places to both real as well as virtual users. The information communication technology has enabled the public libraries to provide access to required information from anywhere in the world and at any given point in time. Because of all these advances and the application of these advances as well as ICT technology, the shape and nomenclature of public libraries have changed. We hear many words. They are termed as knowledge center, knowledge kiosk, and sometimes community information center. That means in modern times, the public libraries has not only improvised its collection and services, but is also known with modern or with new names like knowledge center, information kiosk, and community information center. Friends, let us conclude the topic public library concept and characteristics. Public library is a democratic institution created for the people, by the people, and of the people. It is the most popular of all types of libraries and very essential for an educated and literate society. It is considered to be the most fruitful place in society for not only passing leisure time, in recreational reading, but also as a place which strives to fulfill and meet the educational, cultural, and informational needs of its users. Emphasizing upon different objectives of public libraries, various institutions and individuals have defined it in different ways. It is regarded as the People's University, which supports all forms of education. It does not discriminate the library users on the basis of caste, creed, age, sex, status, educational attainments, or language. It supports financially from public funds and open its collections and facilities to all without any distinction. The collection represents the requirements of the end users, the requirements of the end users. Most of the public libraries have a special collection for children and disabled users. Public library have following characteristics already explained to you. Public library are for all. Public library are free library. Public libraries are maintained by public funds. Public libraries are auxiliary educational institution, and public libraries are mandatory institutions. In modern times, the concept of public library had changed. Beside print material, most public libraries today have e-books, CDs, cassettes, videotapes, audiobooks, as well as facilities to access the internet. In nutshell, a public library is a library that is generally funded from public fund, governed by a board to serve the public interest, open to all and every community member, can access the collection, functions as a local gateway to knowledge, provide collections and services which are relevant to all age groups, and provides basic services without any charge. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much for using this facility. Thank you very much.